What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Chill, where I, Graham G.S. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network, as well as on the USA Network, as today we're talking Season 2, Episode 13 of Miz and Mrs, entitled Fear of Miz-ing Out. Instead of missing out, it's Miz-ing Out. Get it? M-I-Z-I-N-G. You get the joke. But I thought this was another very enjoyable episode of the show. We got cameo appearances, we got guest appearances from Dolph Ziggler, Ryan Cabrera, Marjo, a regular on the show as always, so can't go wrong there. The very first thing that we see in the episode is Miz introducing Monroe to Mr. Dumpsky. So Miz puts a pair of googly eyes on the toilet, as well as like two teeth, like fake teeth, to make it look like the toilet is talking whenever he opens the lid. He's doing this in an attempt to potty train Monroe. And it just looks weird. Maurice is like, what the fuck is going on here? It's just really bizarre. Really bizarre. This is just stupid. So anyway, Miz talks about how his career is going really well at this point. They show footage of him and John Morrison retaining the SmackDown Tag Team titles inside the Elimination Chamber. They are the reigning SmackDown Tag Team champions at this point. Now, that was, obviously the time that was filmed and the rest of the show was filmed are two totally different things, because that pay-per-view was 3 days before the pandemic started. It was right before everything went to shit. So clearly all this stuff was not happening with the whole beer pong tourney, which I'll get to and whatnot, was not happening at the beginning of March, or at least in mid-March. So the timing was probably a little bit off there. I'm very curious to see how that stuff is going to be handled when the time comes here on the show, coming up soon. But his career is going well nonetheless. He says he hired a chef, and he's hiring all these people, or at least one chef. I'm not sure about all these people, but he wants to get in better shape is the bottom line, because he looks fat, he said, compared to John Morrison, who is pretty ripped. He has a six-pack, whatever. He's pretty chiseled. Miz feels out of shape, just standing right next to John Morrison, so his goal now, going forward, is to get into better shape. Maurice thinks that Miz wants to go out, and vice versa. Miz, meanwhile, throws out a lot of junk food and bags of chips and pizzas and Oreos and stuff like that because he doesn't want to be tempted to eat this stuff. And Marjo says that he stinks. It's not a matter of the diet, it's the fact that his breath and he himself just stinks. So anyway, Maurice thinks that Miz wants to go out, like I said, and Miz thinks that Maurice wants to go out. So as a result, Miz would rather stay home because they go to bed really early, they wake up at 5 a.m., they wake up anyway in the middle of the night due to their two kids. Both of them would rather stay home, but they're not making that clear to each other. So instead, they're going out to go visit Renee Young and a friend. They said they were going out to go hang out with some people. I was not expecting Renee Young. I did not know Renee Young was that close with Maurice and Miz, where it would just be them three and then one of Renee's friends going out. Dean Ambrose was obviously not there, but I just thought that was weird. Renee Young obviously is no longer with WWE. She was at the time. So I thought that was interesting. Miz says that he's the guy now that just doesn't finish his food. He drinks only water because, again, he's trying to lose weight and trying to get in better shape. But they end up being glad that they went out and they had a good time with Renee Young and her friend. Though, they don't go out for drinks afterward. Renee Young's like, oh, we're going to the bar. We didn't think you would want to go. And Miz and Maurice are like, yeah, we'll go if you want to go type of thing. They don't really know at this point that the other one doesn't want to leave. Neither of them want to leave the house. They would rather just stay home. They think the other one wants to go out when in reality it's the exact opposite. So anyway, that's when Miz finds out about Ryan Cabrera, a good friend of theirs, the soon-to-be husband of Alexa Bliss at some point, Alexa Bliss's fiance, that he's going to be having a beer pong tournament. And that Miz was not initially invited because he's always busy and he's going out early, he goes to bed early and stuff like that. So they don't invite him, and he finds out about it from Dolph, and he invites himself. He talks to Ryan about it, and he says that he'll go. So Marjo really tempting Miz throughout the episode, eating a lot of junk food, specifically pizza, really good smelling pizza. And Miz resists. He doesn't eat the pizza at that point. He says he's trying to save his macros, like his calories and carbs, fat, whatever. That's what he's trying to save up so he can eat more come dinner time at the party that they go to. And then Miz, all of a sudden, because he's not eating and he's just kind of frustrated, that he has what he calls hangry sex with Maurice. That's what she calls it, actually. That's what she calls it. Because I guess he was really he was hungry and angry, blah, blah, blah. So you really get the gist. I feel like this was a common theme throughout both shows this week, both this and Total Bellas, because there was a lot of sex talk in that episode, though. Again, you don't see anything, but there's a lot of talk about a Miz having hangry sex with Maurice. So there is that if you're interested. Nonetheless, Miz and Maurice go out to this beer pong tournament beer pong tournament. And they're both exhausted, but they do really well at the beer pong, so they end up sticking around for a while. They make it all the way to the finals, face Dolph and Ryan, and they end up beating Dolph and Ryan. They do really, really well, win the whole thing, and they walk away with this giant red Solo cup, which was hilarious. And they get back to the house. They're both drunk. They didn't drive. They just got a ride there. A limo picked them up or something, so they weren't driving. But Miz has the pizza. He couldn't resist. He's like, I'm just having a piece of pizza. Barbara is still up, like reading a book, and stayed up for them like it's middle school all over again, high school all over again. And she scares him because they didn't see her when she first walked in, and she said that she was disappointed in both Miz and Maurice for staying out drinking. And clearly this was all, done as part of the show, but I thought it was funny anyway. And they say that they still feel like they're fun parents. They're fun people, despite the fact that they're parents to 2 kids now. They still know how to go out and have fun and have a good time. So I thought this was a very enjoyable episode. This was the Fear of Miz-ing Out episode of the show, Season 2, Episode 13. Check it out right now on USA Network before the next episode airs next Thursday, which I'll also be breaking down right here on the channel next Sunday. So be sure to check out all my other Miz and Mrs. reviews right here on the channel in the description box down below in the playlist entitled Miz and Mrs. Reviews. Also, be sure to like this video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Hit that bell button to be notified every time a new video goes up. And if you haven't already, check out all the other stuff that's gone up recently from the... there's a ton of stuff that actually went up recently. We had the Total Bellas review today, Talking Smack yesterday, SmackDown audio review, my Goldberg review, WrestleRant radio excerpts, Uncool with Alexa Bliss review with John Heater from Napoleon Dynamite, hashtag AskGSM, and so much more. So be sure to subscribe and never miss a video. Have a great one, guys. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Keep an eye out for the Untold and WWE Day of reviews coming up in the days to come, as well as a Mandalorian review on Monday. Till then, guys, have an awesome one. I'm Graham GSM Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.